Hi, it's Penny here, and as usual, I'm here to talk about some bookish things. Specifically, today we're going to do my July? It's July, right? Next month? July. We're going to do my July TBR. I'm going to use the TBR machine again like I did last month. I'll include a link to all the details about the TBR machine, but basically it's a website that I made that gives you random reading prompts, and I use it to build my TBR. So our goal is to pick out 3,000 pages of books, but first I'm going to take out the library books because the library books come with an expiry date, so we need to get them read. So let's talk about the library books that I need to read next month. The first one that I have here is Stardust by Neil Gaiman. Now I do also have the audio CDs for this. Basically, this is the group book for the Book Junkie trials, because I also want to pick books that go with the challenges for the Book Junkie trial. But still, I do have this one. I wasn't sure that I really wanted to read the physical book, although now that I see it, it's very short, so I think I will. But I thought I would try to get it on audiobook. There were like several different versions of the audiobook on Libby, and all of them had hold lists, but the audio CD, no hold, got it straight away. This is my trick if you ever want an audiobook but there's too many people on the queue. Often if there's an audio CD, nobody wants to listen to it. So I haven't decided. I think I might actually try reading and listening to it at the same time, because a few people suggested that, and I have seen people suggest that as a good way of reading books before, and I've never done it, so seems like a good opportunity. I don't actually know much about what Stardust is about. I imagine, being Neil Gaiman, that it's really weird, and it's got some kind of like fairies or something. Go and catch a falling star, it says. I don't know. I just want to read what everyone else is reading. And of course, I want to win the readathon. I always want to win. So this one is only 267 pages, so we'll take that off the 3,000. So talking about readathons, I do also have Pages & Co. Tilly and the Book Wanderers by Anna James. So this is a middle grade book about this girl who discovers she can like go into the worlds of different books. I'm excited about reading it. Also, this is the group book for Nikki and Linda are putting on a readathon called the, what is it called? Step-Right-Up-Readathon, Step-Right-Up-Athon, like a carnival-based readathon. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that as well as everything else I want to do next month, but I am at least going to read the group book so that I can talk to those wonderful ladies about this. So this one is 386 pages, which is quite long for a middle grade, although it is kind of short, so short and long. So then the next book I have is Hunter's Oath by Michelle West. I actually picked this up for the Asian readathon because Michelle West, also sometimes known as Michelle Sagara, is a Japanese Canadian, I believe. So I've renewed this a couple of times because I still haven't gotten to it. But I do want to get to it this month. I don't really know much about it, except that I really do want to get into reading some more of Michelle West's fantasy. I know she builds really epic worlds, and this is about these two guys who have to like work together to overcome some kind of great evil. You can tell I don't really know what it's about, but it's fantasy. I like fantasy. Oh, and I do have one more library book, which I don't have yet, but I just got a message that it's on its way to my library. I'm filming this a little bit early, so hopefully by the time you are watching this video, I already have it, and that is Middle Game by Sean M. Maguire. I'm super excited about reading this. I know I'm not going to get to it in June, so it's definitely going to be in July. It is quite a long one. It's like 528 pages, so it will take a decent chunk out of my 3,000 pages, but it just sounds so awesome. I've seen so many people raving about it. There's mathematical magic, which is just cool, and like alchemy, and like these two twins who are trying to become a god or something. Again, don't really know the details, but I want to read it. I do quite like a lot of Sean M. Maguire's stuff, but I often think because her books are quite short, she doesn't fully develop the potential of the different concepts she has. So I'm hoping, since this is the longer one, that this will actually deliver on its potential. So those 4 library books actually come to 1,608 pages, which seems like quite a lot. I keep questioning my maths because one of them's really short, but one's long, the others are about 400. Yeah, my maths is right. Have more confidence in your maths, Penny. Okay, so I'm going to start using the TBR machine to pick the rest of the books. About 1,500 pages worth of books I need to pick. I do have a pile here of books from my shelf that I know match some of the Book Junkie trial challenges that I still need to cover. I am going to do a separate TBR video for that once I sort it out, but I needed to sort this out first. Hopefully I can fit some of these books into the prompts that come up on the TBR machine, just to make things a little bit more challenging. I don't know why I needed to make things more challenging for myself. Oh, honestly, I did tell myself that I wasn't going to sign up to any more readathons because it's just a bit of a challenge to try and do my own challenges as well as readathon challenges, but then readathons are so much fun, so I couldn't resist. Oh. Okay, so let's see what our first prompt is going to be. Read a science fiction book. I will say also, I'll screenshot this. I closed all my tabs just so that you guys would think that I have my life together. Anyway, a science fiction book. Any of these science fiction? Oh, I feel like these are all fantasy. Okay, so none of the books on this pile that I have here are science fiction, in my opinion. One of them may be a stretch, but I don't want to stretch things. So instead I'm going to look for a short book. Oh, and worse, recently you'll notice my beautiful rainbow. It's lovely, but I mixed in all my read and unread books, which just makes this even more challenging. Ooh, good work. Okay, so the one that I am going to go with is this one, which is called Pixel Juice by Jeff Noon. My sister gave me this a long time. I believe it is a bunch of short stories that are all kind of science fiction-y based. It is listed as science fiction on Goodreads. I checked. I think they're just weird science fiction short stories. And since I'm adding this to all the readathon ones, like maybe I can just read a short story every night. I know I did that with 1,000 Beginnings and Endings during the Asian readathon and it worked quite well. I do like weird science fiction stories, so I am excited to read this. That one will be on there. It isn't that short, but all the page numbers are all weird and on the side. So it's 350 pages. So 350 pages gets us to 1958. Let's do another prompt. Read a book written by multiple authors. And again, none of the books on my pile meet that requirement, and that is going to be a hard one to search for too. But let's see what we can do. I know what I want. Okay, I know what I want. I'm going to read The Iron Trial by Holly Black and Cassandra Clare. It's a middle grade, so it's got to be a quick read, right? So this is a story about this world where being a magician is not necessarily a good thing. Like it says on the back, never trust a magician. And then this guy ends up getting into magician school and he has to learn to be a magician. So that one is 295 pages, which puts us up to 2,253 pages. We've got about 800 more to go. I haven't managed to pick any of the ones off my pile yet, but that is fine. Let's do another prompt. Read a book written for children. Do I even have anything? I must be able to find something easy for this, surely. But do I have something? Okay, so I think kind of I'm going to pick 3 books for this. Primarily, I want to pick Katundra, which is this story about this cat who's kind of fat and everyone teases her, and then she makes friends with this mouse and gets her life together. I'm not sure about the message about it, but it's just a cute little children's book. Possibly not very fat friendly, but I would like to read it again. And since I'm reading that, then I may as well also read Little Mouse on the Prairie and Leo the Lop. I saved these from my mum's house a little while ago. They were clearing things out and they said, do you want these? And I was like, yes, please. Also, one of the challenges for the Book Junkie trials is to reread a favorite. These are definitely favorites from when I was a kid. So that will make that challenge a little bit easy because these should be very quick reads. I don't know how many pages I should count them as. Sure, they're not very many pages, and like each page only has like a tiny bit of text on them. Honestly, look at this cute little dragon in the front, but it doesn't say how many pages. I'm just going to count this as something ridiculous. You know what, I'm going to count it as 47 pages so that now we're up to 2,300 pages going into the next prompt, which is read the book in a series that you have started but not finished. Now, this is a challenge in the Book Junkie trials, but I picked an audiobook for that. And here, in this video, we need to pick physical books, which might mean my Book Junkie trials, things all gonna have to change. But let's find a series. Oh God, I know which one I should pick and I don't want to pick it. Whoa. So the two books that I have on my shelves that are part of series that I should continue is The Skies of Pern by Anne McCaffrey, which is the next book in the Dragons of Pern series that I need to read. These books are not particularly well written, but I just want to continue the series, especially like a few books away from this. Anne McCaffrey's son takes over the series, and I'm really interested to see if the quality of writing improves with his introduction. But I'm really not excited about this one, and it's 400 and something pages. However, this one, wow, great flipping around, is Prince of Dogs by Kate Elliott. So this is the second book in the Crown of Stars series. I started a couple of months ago. I do really love this series. However, it's 570 something pages long, and it's like quite a tall book, so the pages are quite long. I do think that I will get through this one quicker, and I'm more excited about reading this. And given that this is going to be a massive TBR, I should focus on ones I'm excited for. So I'm going to go with Prince of Dogs by Kate Elliott. Okay, so we're up to 2,874 pages. Probably only going to put one more book into my July TBR. I really hope it can be one of the ones from the pile that I said at the beginning I wanted to pick from, and I still haven't picked any books from it. Let's see what our next prompt is. Read a book that intimidates you. Also a challenge for the Book Junkie trials. But I have plans for that one. You have to watch my Book Junkie TBR to find out my plans for that one. But I really don't think I can argue that any of these intimidate me. Why do I do this to myself? Why? Okay, an intimidating book. Like, honestly, wouldn't you have hoped that my last, like, 100 and whatever, 20 pages would be, like, something nice and easy? Already got plenty to read. But no, let's pick something hard. Why not? Figured it out. One that I am intimidated by. It is long, and yet I am excited about it. I thought for a moment I was going to have to pick something that I was really not excited about. But what I've got is The Painted Man by Peter B. Brett. I picked this up a couple of months ago from a thrift shop. I don't really know what it's about other than there's like demons and stuff. Actually, I haven't told you what half these books are about. Basically, I haven't read any of these, so I don't really know what they're about. But I am excited to read this one because I know a lot of people say it's really good. It's quite highly rated. It is long, but well, I knew that was going to happen. So this is 544 pages long. I do also think that I'm going to have to add another 996 pages in order to complete the Book Junkie trials like I want to. But as I said, I will put up another TBR in a couple of days to talk about all the books that I'm planning to read for that readathon, which will include some of the audiobooks that I have. So what I normally do at the end of these videos, I've done one before, but I do want to just mention some of the audiobooks that I think I will be reading in the month of July. Man, I've forgotten how to talk. Firstly, we've got Storm and Fury by Jennifer L. Armentrout. I've never read anything by her before, but I have heard of her. And Linda was recently talking about Storm and Fury. Apparently, it's got gargoyles in it. I love gargoyles, so I'm going to pick it up for that. I've also got Eldest by Christopher Paolini because I've just finished Eragon, and so I want to read the next book in this series. It's all about dragons, quite classical fantasy. I'm keen for that. I've also got And Then There Were None by Agatha Christie, which I haven't managed to fit into any of the Book Junkie trial challenges, and I'm a little bit frustrated about that. But am excited to continue trying my theory where you read classics on audiobook and it makes things easier. And I also have Ship of Magic by Robin Hobb, which is the next, I don't know, it's like a separate trilogy from the Farseer trilogy, but I think it's like somehow related to that, but I don't really know. I'm not a Robin Hobb expert yet, but I aim to be once I finish reading all her books. Then I also have The Girl Who Kicked the Hornet's Nest by Stieg Larsson. So this is one that I have on my physical TBR shelf, but no way am I reading it in physical form. So once I've listened to the audiobook, I can tick that off. Also, I should have coming through Blood Witch by Susan Dennard. Now, if you were watching at the start of the year, you'll know I got that in physical form from the library. And after about 100 pages, I thought, what am I doing? And then I discovered the audiobook was there and I thought, yes, if I'm going to continue this series, then I'm going to continue in an audiobook just because I find the writing style a bit clumsy. I was hoping over time Susan Dennard would improve, but I still find it quite clumsy. I really like a lot of what's happening, but it's just a lot of work to get through. So I've got the audiobook. Also, The Last Magician by Lisa Maxwell. Again, I don't know much about this. Some world where there are magicians with different abilities and there's this girl who can like travel in time and she has to go back and steal something from the magicians in the past in order to make the magicians in the future safe. Something like that. I've had that on my radar for a while, so I decided, you know what? How about I just get the audiobook of it? Then I also have the audiobook for Pride and Prejudice. So this is a book that's actually on my June TBR out of my June TBR Machine challenge. But I just realized I don't want to read it. And then I realized there's an audiobook and like, why not just read it that way? So spoilers for my wrap up, I'm not going to complete all the books from a TBR Machine challenge. But that is all the audiobooks that I should have coming through. It's possible once I go away and take this TBR into account and work out my book junkie trials that I am going to need to add some more audiobooks, but we will see how that works out. So let me put this TBR together so that I can show you the whole awfulness of it. Oh, okay, so I have to even stand back so that you can see all of these books. It's quite a lot. I don't know why it did this to me. I am going to get some good exercise lifting this up. So 4,400 and something pages. I think I worked out it's about 140 pages a day. So I am going to need to sort out my life so that I can fit that amount of reading in. But we will try. Oh, my camera's about to die. Of course you are. Okay, so those are all the library books, the TBR Machine picks, and the few others that I think I'm going to need for the book junkie trials. It's a lot of pages, so I got a lot of work cut out for me. In July, I'm going to need to sort out my life so I can fit all this reading in. I will be posting wrap-ups at the end of the month, one this month to let you know how I went with last month's TBR Machine challenge, and also at the end of the month, if you want to know how I did with reading all of these, you can check in with me, then subscribe and all that stuff so that you can laugh at me for being too ambitious. Also, I will post my book junkie trials TBR in a couple of days once I've had a chance to work out how this is all going to work and whether I can make things easier for myself. We'll see. Do let me know if you've read any of those books. Do you think I'm going to like them? Also, if you are participating in the book junkie trials, let me know so we can go on a journey together. Otherwise, I hope you're having a wonderful day. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.